Hey everybody, welcome back to Touchy Reactions. We are back with another amazing episode of Welcome to Wrexham. This is season 3, episode 5. This episode is called Temporary. I got my amazing sister Danielle here.
And my highly empathetic, patient, wonderful brother Ryan.
And we're not going to waste any time. We're going to go ahead and jump into this episode. You ready?
Ready.
Here we go.
Wrexham Football Club has been my idol.
Oh,
First game I watched was I was 7 years old. in
500 years ago.
1931. There was no stands, nothing, only the turf pub.
Jesus.
Wow.
And it all happened from there.
The pub's been there longer than the stands.
Wow.
That just goes to show what's important.
Right.
But I remember
Listen, when I'm 99 years old, I'm hoping I can move around like this guy. I know he's 99 because I saw the description of this episode. It talked about a 99-year-old Wrexham fan talks about his life as a Wrexham fan. So
I'll tell you what, he's dressed very snazzy. He's got
Yes.
his nice little, it looks
Got
like
his-
a suede
got
hat,
his fedora hat on.
suede jacket with the sheepskin.
The fact that he can walk around without being
He doesn't have a
Field-
cane.
yeah,
I have a
he's-
cane, and
yeah.
I'm only 52.
shout out to this guy for living a good life. Here we go.
the game. They had a balcony built to bring the players down from the changing rooms. And I was at the side of the balcony, wishing the players all the best. Half time, going back up for a cup of tea. I can't believe it. I can't believe how fast the years go. I built my life here. I met the love of my life at this school when I was home from the army. We brought up a wonderful family here, something I'm very proud of. I'm almost 100 years old. That's more than half the life of Wrexham Football Club. I guess you could say I'm a Wrexham boy through and through.
Dad, what are we going to do in March then for your 100th?
Well, I wish I knew.
Okay, yeah, we know him. We met him last season.
Is he the one that sits with the two ladies?
Yeah, that's her dad. So
Oh, okay.
Okay, we just didn't know his backstory. Okay, cool. I'm glad they're bringing him into the storyline here.
Now, let's get the important things sorted first. Which games are on round your birthday?
Yeah, there's one before your birthday. The one a couple of days after is Trammy at home.
Oh, well.
So that'll be the one, wouldn't it?
That'd be a good one, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So we'll celebrate your birthday there,
Yeah.
Fine.
Is that all right?
and then we'll organise something else for the non-footballing members of the family.
Drop a brandy.
But what are the highs, Dad, you had over the 90 years?
Well, the highs were the promotion.
Yeah.
The lows were the demotion.
Yeah.
Here is Wrexham moment. When my grandson stepped out onto the Wrexham turf,
Wow.
putting on the Wrexham t-shirt to play. That was my proudest moment.
Wow.
It's the match that Lee Jones will remember forever because he scored all 5.
What?
Lee scoring 5 against Cambridge. That was
Wow.
another high, wasn't it?
That was lovely.
Yeah.
I remember Gary the Psycho Bennett, Dixie McNeil, Joey Jones, Adam Griffin.
Sorry, I know I do this a lot, but as an editor, this editing on this is fantastic. They're doing did you see this sequence here when he's walking?
I remember Gary the Psycho Bennett, Dixie McNeil,
Oh, yeah.
So
Joey
good.
Jones, Adam Griffiths. Everything is temporary. No joy lasts forever. No pain lasts forever either.
Words to live by.
Don't forget where you came from. Don't forget what you're made of. The ones who were there
When no one else would care.
Don't be afraid to cry out, even when the world comes crashing in. Don't forget to sing when you win. Don't forget to sing when you win.
They always do sing when they win. The crowds just love it.
Nice play, Okonkwo. Yeah, brave goalkeeping from Arthur Okonkwo. We saw at the corner a minute before.
Oh, I remember.
Okay, yeah, so this is a reminder of last week. Arthur Okonkwo got
Broke
hurt.
his jaw.
He was on loan from one of the Premier League clubs. We don't know what's going to happen there. We had to bring in Howard to back him up, right?
Poor old Howard.
Doesn't know where he's dizzy, lightheaded, feels sick. You're not going to be able to continue like that, are you? No. You've got to start thinking second concussion, yeah. More likely from the impact.
If only.
4 days later.
I'm good. Still a lot of pain. I don't know. I think it doesn't feel quite right.
We've also done the X-ray, which has showed the ramus fracture, which is where you're feeling your pain when you open and close your mouth.
I've had surgeries.
Oh, man.
Oh my God, I thought it was just in the front. It's this whole bone.
Man.
Oh, that hurts just looking at it.
Oh.
But I think this one was definitely my most painful period, just because of where we are in the season. After post-surgery, how long is it normally for get training again?
Yeah, based on this type of injury and experience you're dealing with before, we're probably looking best case scenario. We can run this anywhere sort of between 2 to 6 weeks, but obviously we're going to be aiming more towards the 2 to 3 weeks to get you back.
I couldn't chew, so a lot of my diet involved soups and smoothies, yogurts. I lost around over 4 kilograms. And yeah, you're just in a bad place. And then being on the sidelines and not watching the games, not my best time.
We've had a lot of ins and outs with goalkeepers over the last couple of years. You had Rob Lainton starting out when we came in, and Christian Dibble as his very able backup. Mark Howard bookending Ben Foster's epic run. Foz was with us for just 8 games at the end of last season and 5 for the start of this one, and now we've got Arthur Okonkwo, who is currently injured and on loan.
When you sign a player on loan, you're doing it because you've got a need. And we could go out and buy an experienced player, but sometimes you can bring a player in who's on a journey in their own career, which probably goes past the level and standard that you're at, but needs to find somewhere to be able to prove themselves. In this case, Arthur has temporarily left Arsenal and joined us here at Wrexham to get more playing time. Now here's the catch. These loans occur during the normal transfer windows during the summer and in January. If Arsenal suddenly need Arthur back, they can recall him for their squad at any time during the January transfer window. For instance, this season, Newcastle loaned midfielder Joe White to Crewe Alexandra. He did quite well for them, and they'd have loved to have kept him on to help them in their push for promotion to League One. But Newcastle recalled him back in the January transfer window. David Beckham had a hugely successful stint for Preston North End before being recalled after a month on loan earlier in his career.
David Beckham's needed little time to make his mark.
The better the player does with their temporary team, the more likely it is that they will be called back. So it's not a permanent solution, and it's not without risk.
We are working with a Premier League level keeper who just happens to...
I really appreciate the graphics they put together to explain that to us. There's a certain window when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the summer and then 1 month of January. And otherwise that person's going to be staying there, that kind of thing. It helps all of us who aren't familiar with the system really understand it.
So does that mean while he's injured, they cannot bring on a new goalie? They'd have to go with Howard?
No. They can bring someone else in. They're just going to have to... They're looking for a similar scenario where they can bring someone, I think, from the Premier League who needs some playing time. Same scenario that Okonkwo was in. I think that's what they're talking about here. But there's only a window when they can do it. So I think maybe they're not in that window right now. I don't know.
To be young and doesn't have a place on the Arsenal squad yet. It would be as if it's 1985 and the Chicago Bulls draft Michael Jordan, and they're like, well, you're like 20-year-old kid, and the Philadelphia 76ers are like, hey, guess what, Chicago, we'll just take him off your hands for like 2-3 years, and then we'll just build him up because he can start with us, and then he can come back to you. Then he comes to Philly and wins like 3 championships, and they're like, great, we're going to start a dynasty, and then Chicago's like, fuck off, we're taking him back. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
It may sound weird to Americans, but We've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, Tim, that draw against Harrogate was a bitter one as we were 2-0 up, but results elsewhere went our way. We're actually second as we take on Colchester at home.
Nice.
All right, we got Stockport still on top. They're ahead by 5.
Yeah.
They're tied with Barrow. Knott's dropped down to 6th, but they're only 1 point behind, so that's a little misleading. So, yeah, it's tight there in the top 2 through 6.
Yeah, any wins or draws could change that.
And as we remember, if they finish first, second, or third, they're promoted, and then they have to play for that 4th promotion spot in a tournament. Okay, so it's going to be tight at the top.
Oh.
Hello and welcome to the race course. Wrexham against Colchester United today. Wrexham, one change. Mark
Rob's
Howard
in the house.
It's not easy when you're a goalkeeper
Brian's in the house.
Coming on off the bench because it's different than an outfielder. You can't run around and get yourself going.
Get back to him, but he's spread out right. Ferry again up against O'Connor's. Then just a little battle is.
You're straight back into take goal kicks, come for crosses, make saves.
Can he get the shot off? He does. Good save by Howard. Low to his left. But there's
Good
the
job,
warning
Howie.
shot. Pepe is forward and lively. Boy, Mark.
If I'm called upon, if I'm needed, I'm ready, and that's all you can ever try and do.
With a long throw deep in the centre box. Helped on. Lee hits it. It's blocked. Lee again.
Nice.
The first shot's blocked. It comes back out. Right footed finish from close range. Happy birthday, Mr. Lee. Tools it, nods it down, doesn't find Jay, but he miscontrols it. Now can Cannon, who's looked very impressive so far, start something? Well, Evans is off here. Yeah, he's off. Cannon gets a straight red as well.
So in football, the referee has really one mechanism for disciplining players during games. That is the yellow and red card system.
Well, I think rightly so, to be honest. Yeah, it looked like a red from where I was sitting.
In this case, the dreaded red card is used for more excessive fractions, resulting in the player's immediate dismissal.
So Evans sent off, but that changes the dynamic.
It didn't look like he did that on purpose.
No, and maybe during replay we might be able to, if they slow it down, we might be able to see what's happening. But I think I understand the card system pretty well. If it's just an accidental infraction or a part of the game infraction, you'll get a yellow. If you get 2 yellows in a game, you're ejected, and then your team has to play down a man. If it looks like it was intentional, if it was away from the ball and it wasn't part of the play kind of thing.
But that was none of that, right? Didn't the guy have the
ball? It looked like the
ball?
ball was in play. We'll have to go back and watch the replay to see if it looked like he was blatantly trying to hurt the other guy. And that's typically what'll draw a red. So let's go back and watch a replay.
Well, I think rightly so, to be honest. Yeah, it looked like a red from where I was
maybe
sitting.
it was the jawing
In this case, the dreaded red
afterwards.
card is used for more excessive fractions, resulting in the
That's
player's
it right
immediate
there.
dismissal.
Which part?
Afterwards, he and another team's member were drawn and they bumped.
During games. That is the yellow and red card system.
Well, I think rightly so, to be honest.
Yeah, the red came out immediately before he even got off the ground. The ref was holding the red.
Yeah, it looked like a red from where I was sitting.
In this case, the dreaded red card is used for more excessive fractions, resulting in the player's immediate dismissal.
So Evans sent off, but that changes the dynamic of the game massively.
Leaving the team down to 10 men.
Unfortunately for Wrexham, it's going to be a hell of a tough game now.
Keep dropping progress in, come on! Cross is headed partly away. Reed heads it back in the goal mouth. Mendy pokes it clear. Greenwich now feeds into the edge of the D. Silver's chance on his right foot. Hits it! Just wide. I think Howard might have had it covered. Mendy. There's what Jones making a typical charge round the outside. Yeah. Wrexham are happy to keep the ball on the edge of the box here. Lee helps it on. McLean finally gets the ball. Sets himself.
On goal.
Crucial second goal.
I missed it.
It was an own goal.
That's what I thought, that was at their own.
He was centering it in front of the goal, and the defender tried to knock it out of bounds, and it bounced off his thigh and went into the goal.
Rewind that so I can see it. Oh, they're playing it again.
Okay.
It's a horrible own goal. But I tell you what, McLean put it in for that
okay.
and enforced it.
I wonder if there's a special chant for when the other team does an own goal.
Is it something like, you suck, you
Thank
suck.
you, something like that.
Chance maybe for the 25 yards out to change the angle, helps it across Yandolo. But again, Wrexham shift across, cross comes out, a good ball.
Come on, Howie.
Great save by Howie.
Good job.
Is in. Colchester are given some hope. What a wonderful save it was by
All
Howard.
right,
He was
88 minutes. We've got 2 minutes plus stoppage time, and then we'll be okay. So fingers crossed. Howard, we
Come
need you,
on,
buddy.
Howie.
livid and rightly.
Fantastic save.
Swings it in, Boyle with a good header, Yandolo. Chance to hit this, does so, puts it over. And Wrexham just need to see this out. Howard hits it long, ref's not looking at his watch, Palmer. And that is the final whistle.
Good job, Howie.
There's relief mixed in with it. We were down to 10 men in the first half. And we still managed to dig in.
Howard played really well today as well. Really solid.
3 points.
Yeah, even the goal that Howard gave up was on a rebound. He blocked the first shot, and then they got a rebound. And
He
put
just
it
didn't
back.
get up fast enough.
Yeah, so it's not as bad as getting hit straight on. Kevin
Damn.
Feige. That must be they're shooting that Deadpool movie. That maybe they're shooting it over in Wales so that
Or
Ryan
they
can
could
go
be
to the
shooting in
games.
England. They shoot a lot of films over there in England.
I know we saw Hugh Jackman there, and this is Feige. So all three of them are working on that movie. They got to be shooting it in England somewhere.
I mean, they have a lot of studios in England now where they shoot a lot of films over there.
Yeah.
Have you got your season tickets on you, if that's all right?
All right, so in the comments, I've learned a couple of things since last week. First off, we asked the question about does Wales have their own military? That is no.
No.
The entire Great Britain is one big military with all the different branches, and everybody serves together.
Which was what I think I said.
Yeah, I think you probably said that. That was confirmed. And the second thing I learned is that when tickets go on sale for these games, like the first day, they're only available for people who live in the Wrexham area.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair.
And they're not overly priced, I don't think. So they give the local fans the shot at the tickets first, and then anything that's left over is available for outsiders.
And it sounds like a lot of the people I think we've seen probably have season tickets.
Probably, yeah. Handing them down from generation to generation, probably.
That'd be cool.
You're welcome.
Have a nice day.
My name's Peter Wynn. I'm head of tickets at Wrexham Football Club. So when I started, you could turn up on the day, cash in your hand, pay your £15-20 on the gate, and stadium was so big you could sit where you wanted. Over the past couple of years, that has changed phenomenally.
I bet.
Drastically. 2,500 people waiting to buy tickets. Just maths. That level of demand, there's always going to be people that miss out. So the sooner we get that cop built, hopefully some of those problems should ease.
It's heartbreaking when you're in the bar and you see people that haven't got tickets and they've travelled from Colorado or Las Vegas and, they're begging for tickets and there's none going.
The last thing you want to do is price fans out or make it so the website doesn't work for a certain person, they never get a chance or whatever it might be. So that's where the stress comes from for me, is that responsibility of you're looking after people's memories or whatever it might be.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
We're here to talk about a possible new stand because it doesn't look like the cop is going to be up anytime soon.
Yeah.
So, previously on the Cop was the iconic stand at one end of the stadium, and it has sadly sat a kind of derelict mass of rusting metal for the last few years. So, we applied to the UK government for some money to build a fancy new stand there. That got denied.
They said no.
But we decided to demolish the stand anyway, and then we applied for more money, got that approved, and then ran into any number of exciting regulatory issues that we had to iron out before we actually put...
I work in construction, and I understand how once you get all the money, that's just when the work begins. The permits, all the different things you got to do to get a job off the ground. It's almost 80% of the job is getting the paperwork done, and then the 20% is building it.
Well, I watch some shows on YouTube, people who have channels that are builders, and a couple of them are in England. And it seems to me that it is extremely difficult to get things permitted in England.
Especially if you're like trying to build something new in an area that's like some sort
Any kind of historical or
historic
anything like
district or
that.
something like that. I bet it's ridiculously difficult.
I'll tell you one of the coolest things I watched is these people bought this old like grade 2 listed manor house.
Oh yeah.
And they are not allowed to use any modern
tools
or materials.
So they got to build it just like it was.
Just like they built. Literally, this guy is in there with a trowel and a thing in the trowel, and he's plastering with, I want to say that it was straw and whatever.
Wow.
And this is just one room, and this friggin' house had 50 rooms.
Yeah.
And they couldn't modernize the kitchen.
Couldn't put in receptacles or anything like that?
There was so much stuff that the paint, just getting paint, every single step had to be approved by this historical society.
Well, I hope that's not what Rob and Ryan are going through with the car.
Right, I hope not.
Built the damn thing.
So what do you? So we have all sorts of printouts.
Well, so this map I've got, this is currently the site plan. And this is the site plan that encompasses, what we're aiming to do with the cop.
Oh my God, you're my dad trying to navigate your grand's past.
That was the look I saw on Ryan's face there a minute ago when they showed that phone.
This is the site plan that
this look on Ryan's face, like, what are you doing?
Encompasses, what we're aiming to do with the cop.
Oh my God, you're my dad trying to navigate our way through grand's past.
This section.
He's driving at 80 miles an hour.
The cop is very slow moving. It's hard to get everything approved and kind of moving at the rate that we want to move. And again, it's that.
How much would you love to see our kids try to navigate from point A to point B with a map?
Oh, I've seen it on Ellen. She had this challenge where it was get a Yellow Pages, find a phone number, dial that phone number on this rotary phone, and then fold up this Rand McNally map. And it was just ridiculous.
That bureaucracy, is very tough.
People who've seen season 1 and season 2 know how much I personally enjoy British bureaucracy.
Oh, it's your favorite color.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
I can't maintain an erection unless I'm thinking about British bureaucracy. It's hot.
Even just thinking about it.
Right?
No, I have to. That's my mind. My legs are crossed.
Rob had proposed what would happen if we put 2,500 seats in that area right now. They're just temporary. We just put. And Sean and several other people. I love Sean because he's always looking out for our best interest. Was like,
absolutely not.
It absolutely makes zero sense.
They're like, just throw up a couple sets of bleachers.
Yeah. Just put some temporary stuff there until we get all our
What could the
permits.
harm be? Just toss them up. What's the big deal? 2,000 people.
They're rich people who are used to just throwing money at a problem and having it fixed.
Sean's like, no.
In order to practically build a set of temporary seats, you would need to either acquire or license this land from the university and the council. We need to do some stuff to the ground to make it safe.
I've come to tell you again.
Oh.
They're both.
I'm gonna make this music will not be in the final draft unless you're on Patreon, but I'm definitely gonna have to cut Sound of Silence out of here.
That's so funny.
Softly creeping, left its seeds while I was sleeping, within the sound of silence.
This is the stupidest idea I've ever heard.
I don't know. We figure it out. We also couldn't get Phil Parkinson. He was never going to come. Paul wasn't going to come. Ben wasn't going to come.
No one goes to jail if those guys don't come to the club. If the stand collapses and kills a bunch of people,
Okay.
I go to jail.
Okay. Your first thought is, oh my God, I'm going to jail because this thing is going to collapse. How has the world functioned to this point?
Yeah.
This is getting stupid.
First of all, you're dead right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we addressed the safety issue and why we would do everything legally, above board, and ethically.
That's also why Robin and I are calling it the Humphrey car.
My issue is not genuine.
Memorial Cop, not the Humphrey Cop, the Memorial Cop.
Not that I think it's going to collapse, because we wouldn't put it up unless it was safe, right? We
Correct.
all know that.
The assumption is it will be-
my actual concern is that we do all of this, we build this whole thing, we maybe get 1-2 games with an extra 2,000 people in it, and then we got to take it down.
It sure would be nice to get a couple thousand more people in there.
That's the biggest complaint that I've been seeing is people all over the town saying we can't get in to see the games because the tickets.
Yeah.
And us losing a lot of money seems to be like kind of the
I have no problem
whole
with that.
thing.
That I'm all for.
Losing a ton of money is so in right now.
It's
red hot.
They're so funny.
Oh, I want to go there. Jimmy Jones.
Roll again. Speed. Yeah. Right, for the first question, the 19th of November last year.
Yeah.
What happened? What are the circumstances? What's going on?
Hello and welcome to the racecourse ground.
Playing all the shot. In the warm-up, I've looked to the stand and I've not seen my mum, dad, and Chloe, my wife, because they were going to be going to watch me. Chloe was pregnant at the time.
Pretty sure during the celebration we saw him and his baby on the side, and they were waving at him from the bus. Remember? They were like, "Hey, look!"
Oh yeah,
So she had the baby like right around the same time they won they got promoted.
I thought, a bit late. It's not like them. No text, so I thought, fine. Played the game.
Tozer, the throw, to the cliff. There's a scramble in the box there. Hammer. Oh, it's a goal! Cleared off the line, finds James Jones, and that's 2-0.
We were winning, still couldn't see them. And then
JJ!
the gaffer subbed me.
JJ, come in.
And as I'm coming off the pitch, he said,
Apparently, old man's waiting outside for your missus not been very well or something. All right? So just go down straight down, yeah? Good lads.
Oh, wow. Good on Parky, right?
Yeah.
He's like, get the hell out of here. You got family problems.
Yeah, good goal. Get the fuck out.
More important. I bet he didn't even
I'm sorry.
change.
Get the heck out.
I bet he didn't even change clothes. He was like,
Oh, yeah, probably
showed
just
up
ran
in
right
his-
on down
in
there.
his kit.
quickly got my stuff and gone straight over to hospital. You know, as soon as I saw her, I knew it was serious. She was in pain, and just seeing her face, it just wasn't right. At this point, the baby is 25 weeks and 1 day gestation.
Oh no.
All the time you think about having your child and how special that moment's gonna be, and instead you're just left distraught, wondering what's gonna be. Chloe was getting progressively worse, and they had to have an emergency cesarean to save her life. 7:49, Jude was born, and they just showed us his face as he wheeled him out to intensive care, and his face, he was.
This might not be the story I'm thinking about, because there's no way an intensive care baby would have been on the side of that parade route. So
No.
this might be a different player, a different story. Sorry, guys. It's been like 8 months since we saw that story.
And this story doesn't sound like it's going
No,
well at
the
all.
music, the editing, hopefully that's just their way of tricking us like
And
they
him
always
looking
do.
haunted.
Yeah, he does not. He looked like he did not want to have this conversation.
Just like, it was just, there was nothing of him. He was tiny.
Oh my gosh.
I remember doctors saying, like, Jude's survival percentages were only like 40%. It was off the back of being born so early.
Wow.
I'm with Chloe just in like the recovery, and she goes, James, my eyes are starting to go, and her eyes start flickering and starts twitching, and she starts having a seizure.
Preeclampsia?
They made the decision she's got to be taken to intensive care as well.
Oh no.
So they're both in intensive care, and I was stuck in the middle and thinking one or both might not make it. The uncertainty of life can hit anybody.
Gosh, look how small that baby is compared to that full-size adult hand.
Right.
The fingers are as big as the legs. Oh.
Everything changed so quickly from being, I was playing a game of football, we were winning, I scored, and then suddenly you're in this situation. I just literally wandered around the hospital from one intensive care unit to the other, and it dragged on for months.
Oh, the sun's in his eyes.
Oh dear. Face you the other way. That's
Thank God. Oh, thank God.
All right, so now I can say all the things I wanted to say, but it was inappropriate to say at the time. Cute dog. Love the dog.
I was going to say that too. What a cute dog.
And the cinematography up on that hill was really great. As someone who makes film,
They definitely made me think the worst.
I thought he lost them both.
That was going to turn out way, way different.
So I'm glad they let us off the hook. Adorable dog.
Me too, because I could not have handled him saying that.
No. All right, let's hear the happy story here.
Right.
Ready, steady, go. It was severe preeclampsia.
Yeah.
It developed into HELP syndrome. Yeah.
But normally, with that condition, they remove the placenta, and then you start to recover. But I didn't. I just kept getting worse.
Yeah.
I know it was really tough. There was some really scary times.
Are you gonna go in the swing?
You sit your back.
Let me just say thank God for modern medicine, because if that had happened to her
100 years ago,
100 years ago, the baby would have died. As soon as that seizure starts, that was it. That'd be the end.
Yeah.
Because that eclampsia ain't nothing to play around with.
I wonder if there's anything's abnormal about the child. They haven't really showed us the child yet.
Well,
hopefully he's healthy and
I mean, what do you say? Months. It was months. So they both apparently went through a lot of treatment.
Yeah.
But 100 years ago,
100
neither
years
one of
ago-
them would be here. So thank God for modern medicine.
that's why our human population is what it is these days, because
True enough.
medicine has been able to save a lot of people who normally wouldn't be around.
True enough.
It's his first birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks fine.
Oh.
Swing.
The fact that they've both come through now, and Chloe's just the best mum ever. She's just amazing for Jude.
Oh.
And Jude's just like the best. He's just so happy and funny, and he's got his own personality.
Wow, look at all this, Jude.
He's never fully out the woods with different stuff, but he's like at the minute he's just the best.
Aww.
Wow.
When you take a step back and you look at the big picture, you realise nothing lasts forever and everything can change. And how my life could have been, I think I'd take this all day.
I feel like he helped me come out of it. And he was just saying, like, I know I love you so much and I'm here for you. I feel like that's what helped me. And it's so true, you're always here for us. So lucky.
Don't you
Sorry.
set me off here.
I know, it's just so grateful though. So grateful.
Thank God. I'm so glad that story went that way.
Right.
Family Guy Friday.
Does bacon even need to advertise?
All I know is as soon as I saw that, I wanted to go book and have that bacon that's upstairs be cooked.
Bacon's one of those things that sells itself, like beer. I don't know, but beer advertises too.
The other day on my British food channel, someone posed a question, what's your favorite sandwich? And I was like, I can't even pick one because I just love sandwiches. And then afterwards, I got to thinking about it, and my favorite sandwich is a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
That shit that tops them all.
A good BLT with a slice of cheese would be it too.
Even a bitch, even bacon, egg, and cheese, a bitch, even above a BLT.
Let us know what your favorite sandwich is in the comments.
Is it ham with butter? Because I remember eating that at Nanny's all the time.
I've had a really good tomato and cheese sandwich. If it's the right combination of butter, tomato, and cheese, wonderful.
Do you remember Nanny never used mayonnaise. Any sandwich we ever ate at her house had butter on it.
Right.
She didn't use salad cream, none of that. It was butter.
Right.
Somewhere.
Because of my busy schedule, I had to invite my co-chair, Rob McElhenney, to the set of Deadpool in London.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
Answered all our questions right there.
Right.
To discuss all things that are Wrexham.
somewhere outside of London.
Right.
And yes, I did have to promise him a role in the upcoming Deadpool film.
Nice.
And for confidentiality reasons, nobody can see or hear any of this stuff.
Hi, sorry. I don't want to get anything on that beautiful photo of yours. Blood all over this. You seem to be a little bit.
This is how I should edit these to get past the copyright. I
Just
just
a
put
head?
everybody's heads. It'll just be their heads moving around.
Just ambiguous heads moving around.
It's a football match with just heads.
Oh, it's heads.
Busy. Hey, Ryan, what scene are we shooting today?
We're in here.
I think I'm lying.
He's got his Deadpool outfit on. I can see the red.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, so in other words,
basically we get and I'm standing here. This is
Good material here. Good content.
and then quiet.
oh, I just saw you do that.
Yeah.
Oh, a spray tan trim. Don't have to blur that. No spoiler there. Hey, buddy. Hi. Oh, and we've got.
I am texting Ollie Palmer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How much should I block what I'm wearing?
Oh.
I love that he's dressed as Deadpool.
And he's sitting with his leg crossed like that.
Yes. Oh, just love. He should just wear that all the time.
On this camera, you're fine. You're just don't unzip. Can you not
Sorry.
tease?
He must have some sort of superhero costume on underneath that.
Yeah.
The spearmint rhino, Rob.
Yeah.
Now, I can't necessarily tell you which character Rob plays in Deadpool for fear of being shot down by the Marvel drone that follows me and my kids around.
Wait, Wolfie? Who's asking?
But it could be him. Or him. Maybe him. Well, no, not him. Possibly him?
It's super comfortable making superhero movies.
I know. Thanks for doing a cameo. Super secret cameo.
It's really fun.
Just like for the record, Rob has never asked me to be on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, or Mythic Quest, or his podcast, or any of its other many
I asked you to
multimedia
be on
ventures.
this.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. You said yes.
Yeah, and it's been hell.
You remember that temporary stand that Humphrey said he was going to go to jail for?
Yeah.
It's being built.
Did you see? Yeah, I saw some pictures of it.
Rob and
Just throw
Ryan
up some
want to get as
bleachers.
many people
For the love of God, if they don't put his name on it, I'm gonna be mad.
Just throw up a couple sets of bleachers. It'll be fine.
into the stadium. Temporary stand is sensible in addressing the shortage of tickets, but from a financial perspective, it's anything but.
All right, so we got temporary cop costs, almost $1 million. Approximate revenue, we get $500,000. Okay, well, we satisfy the disgruntled people who can't see the games, but we lose $500,000. I wonder if that can't be per game. Maybe if they get at least 3 games, it pays for it, or 2 games, it pays
Would they
for
say
it.
they'd have 7 or 9 games or something like that?
Yeah. So maybe that's the key here.
I've long advocated a principle of conscious decision making. You know, if people know the facts and want to do it, it's not the wrong decision. But in isolation, it's a financial nightmare.
And Humphrey's like, oh God, I'm going to prison.
Sean
That is his first
Sean
thought.
and Humphrey, their bodies are
Yes.
90% ulcer at this point.
I may still seek counsel, as I quite value my freedom.
My big fear for a temporary structure like that, as someone who works in construction, is at these type of events, crowds can get bouncy.
They got to be taking all that into consideration.
They can be like, music comes on and they're all going at the same time. Well, all that weight pressing down on this thing at once could cause it to collapse.
I
It's got to
just
be
seen
what
a
Humphrey.
video of some rapper who he's got the people down here, and I guess we'll call them the floor seats.
Yeah.
And then there's a mezzanine up there, and the people up there are bouncing, and
Yeah.
someone's filming it because that whole thing is just moving up and down.
So that's got to be his big fear, Humphrey.
But I'm assuming that the people who engineered this and are building it, they're taking all that into consideration.
Probably.
can't imagine there's ever going to be another year again in the future of this club where we're not in the middle of something pivotal. We're in a fight right now to get our asses out of League Two and into League One. And that's just, that feeling is just never going to go away.
All jokes aside, Sean came through and built a beautiful temporary stand. But we are going to lose a significant amount of money on it. However, I believe it's a competitive advantage to be able to close that stadium in and to hear that support. I think it's going to be twice as loud in there because you have an extra 2,500 people, but also because the acoustics now will keep everything locked in.
They could sell some advertising up here on the back. And
Yeah.
Get some stuff there.
December 23rd forward, hopefully. We're for the, well, it's, I guess, our derby, right? Like,
Yes.
Newport, yeah.
And where was that?
Derby?
Derby.
Newport. Derby. Sorry, quick Chiron. Derby, wrong. Derby, right. Ryan, idiot.
Well, here we are, Andy. Tis the season for a Welsh derby match. Wrexham versus Newport County at the racecourse ground.
Fuck Wrexham.
Yeah, it's a strange one because Mark Howard's actually done really well in goal, but I think he's going to be replaced because Okonkwo is back from injury.
That's it. I like the touch.
Do you like it?
Van Dam.
Van Dam. Shout out to all our haters who hate us referencing.
I seen somebody had put in the comments on the last one that I might get my Van Dam moment. I see that it is right there.
Yes.
I like it.
As long as it does the job, that's all that really matters, isn't it? You want to try it on? All right, you put it on and I'll strap it right at the back.
So good news on the Okonkwo injury front. Arthur's cleared to continue to play.
Just tuck this in.
He's been fitted with a custom mask that should prevent any further injuries. So I know I'm supposed to draw a Deadpool comparison here, but to be honest, he looks a bit more like Batman, who we can all agree is much cooler.
Yeah, they should just put Batman ears on that thing and just make it complete, make it look awesome. I'm Batman.
You can see just when
Can't feel it.
that's not going to impact that.
No.
But more importantly is if you get a blow to the front of the chin or you land on your chin or a ball hits you when you're making a save with your hands up, you got that protection there. It provides that impact from the front and from the side, really. So I think it's a pretty...
I bet you for this type of thing, they actually took a mold of his face to
They
make
said it
that
was
mask.
custom. Yeah.
And it's custom, yeah.
pretty secure mask for what you need it for.
Come on, Artie.
So welcome to Wrexham against Newport County, a Welsh derby. Goodness me, the atmosphere already crackled, not least because we have got a foresight to the ground. The temporary cop is open.
It's iconic. This is what we've been brought and bred up with. This is the home end, as well as we know it.
Seeing this today, that's why I've got a ticket here today, just to bring back memories and make the ground bounce like normal.
No!
Today.
No bouncing. Everybody
No
on
bouncing.
this temporary cop, just be nice
They're like,
and calm.
everybody, shh.
Yeah.
Yay, we're right. Good. Everybody have a seat.
Humphrey's over there with a bullhorn. All right, everybody.
To come and road test it as a wheelchair user working for the club to check everything's in place. It's absolutely brilliant facilities. And just from a nostalgic point of view, to be back on the cop is just incredible.
Listen to that noise.
Oh, that spine tickling that was.
So going into today's match, Wrexham's opponents are Newport County. They are in 17th place on 26 points. Wrexham, we're in 3rd.
Yeah, I see you shaking your head because you know what's about to happen, right?
Because they're showing us this before the game.
Yes.
And we're supposed to be like, oh, yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Yes.
Okay.
They're giving us this false sense of security before they give us a terrible result.
Exactly.
I hope we're wrong.
I hope we're wrong, too.
On 40 points, 1 point ahead of Mansfield. Today's match is crucial to keep that momentum going.
Pull in.
As the teams are now coming up to a raucous reception.
The temporary cop definitely adds something, adds a bit more atmosphere and feels like a proper...
See the guy? This guy.
He is very happy to
Yeah! And yes, we might be Americans, but we know what this means.
feels like a proper stadium again almost. It just didn't seem right. You always want to win the games, but there's definitely those extra incentives, and we had to make sure we won.
A derby match, derby atmosphere, four-sided ground. And Ponko's got a protective mask on, hasn't he? Yeah. Gets to be the first goalkeeper.
Come on, Van Dam.
To greet the fans at the temporary cop stand. I saw someone suggesting that it should be called the Ben Foster stand, because he only came in for a bit but did a great job. I rather like that. Away we go. Wrexham kicking towards the Stoke Cold Blue end then. As Wrexham looks to exploit that great ball over the top of Mullen on his own down the right channel. He's pressured by Delaney, who's down in the box. And the ref is not interested. Fuck you, no. Mendy taking on the fullback, gets into the box right hand side on his left foot. Sweeps to the ball. Oh, just up beyond. Vogel surging forwards, knocks toes are over and plays a great
Come on, Artie.
Brilliant save by Okonkwo.
Good job, Artie.
But Newport are penning Wrexham in with the assistance of this win. Delaney goes back into his own heart. Get up to the ball! Then puts it out wide. Gets it by Delaney and the black. He does a great cross in, headed towards goal. And a great save by Okonkwo. Why, how did that
Broken face can't stop me.
Could have gone either way, that one. Okonkwo, the master venture.
It's there for us, isn't it? The game is there for us. The moments of quality, there might be 5. There might be 5 in the game where we go bang, 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 out the other side, 1v1, we get a goal. But the rest of the game is going to be scrap, 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 stay calm. This is the type of game it is, and we're going to come out on top. And when the moments of quality come, they will come from fucking us. Keep doing the defensive work, keep doing the blocks, keep doing the crosses, and it will fucking come. Okay, come on, boys, let's fucking go. Come on, boys.
The crowd waiting for us is 12,095. It's, like I said, the biggest crowd since that Boston match in 2007 at the racecourse. Wrexham just needs something to go our way. As here can Wrexham, the ball into the box, Colby backing in, penning his man. Can he lay it off? Can he turn? It's it! Oh, just behind McLean, but he keeps it going. Back to McLean again from Goldie. That's as good from Wrexham. Lee driving through the middle. Hits the shot!
It's like they're getting a whole lot of really good looks, but nothing's really clicking.
Yeah.
Back at it. The keeper.
Come on! Come on!
Chipping away the bastard.
Oh, shit.
What a tackle that was. Pressure's building and building. Chosen then with the long throw. Slings it into the end 6 yard box. Touches it on.
Yes.
Got Super Bowl Mullen. He's doing well in this game.
Again, in front of a populated Kop. Hits the net. Wrexham. What you've got to say in the last 5 minutes is coming, isn't it?
Definitely it's been coming. It's a great finish by James Jones. He really got hold of that and made sure he went in.
There was so much traffic between him and the goal. It's amazing that got through there.
I didn't really think about it so much at the time. I was just happy to score, but you know, it'd be a nice feeling to look back on, to know that I was the first one to score in front of 4 stands again in 18 years. So yeah, it's a nice one to have in your back pocket.
Listen to that. That atmosphere is incredible. James Jones, my heart's still pounding, I've got to say. Final whistle, Wrexham win.
Whistle!
Whistle!
It was one of those games I was unsure about whether we'd get the win or not, but I'll take 2-0 today, anytime.
It was a proper derby.
Today, a record attendance broken inside the Stoke at Rats. 4 sides to it on, 2 goals in front of the Kop. Must have been great to see.
Yeah, that was, I said to the lads at half time, you know, kick into that end with supporters in, you know, let's really kind of take the game to Newport, lock attacks in, kind of put them under sustained periods of pressure. You know, all in all, I thought the lads have stuck to the job in hand today and got another very important 3 points for us.
today as well. The first time Wrexham players been on that for 25 years. Clapped the clock. Wow, that crowd today was definitely the 12th man and definitely put us over the line.
So a very good weekend for us, really. Yielded 3 points. That's what we're after. But elsewhere around the league, across the country to the east, our old friends and foes, Notts County, finding it a bit more difficult.
The previous spot kick. It's Jennings down the middle. Tranmere 4, Notts County 2.
When last we met Notts County, they were second in the league and flying, frankly. But since then, things have been a little tougher for them.
League Two is a very competitive league. It's a league where anyone can beat anyone on their day.
Notts County they lose serious ground in the top 3. They're 7 adrift now.
I think the team's a bit wounded in terms of having winning as a habit.
So all of a sudden, Notts want to be part of the fucking documentary, yeah?
If you remember last year, they were part of the last episode where they got promoted.
I wonder if they got a lot of attention from the fucking documentary.
Probably.
And now they're like, yeah, we'll go ahead and take part in that.
I will say, as soon as he came on screen and I saw that they were interviewing a Notts player, I just got the biggest smile on my face. I'm like, yeah, I'm glad Notts is involved.
Fuck you, fuck Wrexham, fuck Deadpool.
Fuck you and your documentary.
Fuck your stupid documentary.
When you lose that habit for a bit, it hurts.
Anyone else seen the 2 goals Notts County conceded yet? I'm at the point where I feel sorry for their fans at how comical the defending is.
Well, that's not very nice.
Every team goes through that doldrums, downtime.
That's not very nice.
I don't want to make excuses here, but we've had a lot of factors that have played a part in us not being as successful as last season.
Bigger news has followed since that last game as Luke Williams has departed
Wow.
to 2 leagues to go to Swansea City of the Championship.
Not only are they struggling to find their footing in
So they lost their coach to the Premier League?
Yeah, good for him.
League Two, but they have lost their very successful manager, Luke Williams, to Swansea.
The end of the Luke Williams era at Notts County Football Club. The reign is over, given certainly many young Notts fans the best days of their life as Notts County supporters.
Was at Notts for 18 months and I've returned to Swansea as head coach. That's my beloved Notts, and it's always going to be a special football club to me. It's indescribable. It's impossible for us to ever be really separated, even if we're no longer day in, day out together. I will, cherish the memories of working with them and the things that we've done together.
A shot at redemption. Scott sends Notts County back to the Football League.
The game never stands still and nothing is ever permanent, and this game is precarious at the best of times. So I've made a decision and it's extremely difficult.
Nobody can fault him for going up to taking more money, getting a more prestigious position.
No, of course not. I mean, that's the whole goal of anybody involved in
Yes.
sports, right? Is to be taken to the ultimate echelon.
Everyone should celebrate his promotion and
Yeah, no, I think
wish him
that's
the
great.
best. Let's see, after Luke Williams' departure, Notts,
Although the fans probably aren't happy.
Notts loses 8 of the next 12 matches. I bet you they are.
It's probably bittersweet.
I mean,
when 8 of their next 12 matches they lose, that's probably
I
bittersweet.
don't think they're mad at him.
No, but
I
it's
mean,
like
but
a
they're
little-
mad that the club didn't find a replacement that was kept him winning.
Do you remember how people went off on LeBron James when he left Cleveland? Yeah. Okay.
Burning jerseys and stuff.
All of that stuff.
Notts have struggled and stuttered in recent months.
Not again. The Luke defence is at it again.
If you look in isolation at 4 or 5 games, use the form under
Notts County needs Ted Lasso.
the current manager when he came in, the results weren't as we would have liked and as he would have liked, I'm sure.
It's another away loss for County.
You
need
to
that's too bad.
They're drifting into relegation here.
Yeah, that's too bad.
League table, we're in a hole trying to climb out of it, I think is what I would say. We've slumped massively, as everybody knows.
Edwin being injured, he was a massive player for us last year. We've had players like Joel Bajrami, who had a similar injury and he's out for the season. Matty Palmer, who was arguably our best player last year, and a big part in the way we want to play. We have had factors that have run against us.
It's not going your way. It's just not going your way.
It's really frustrating because it's another team that's come to Meadow Lane and have not had to do a lot to really beat us, and that's the frustration. Since we've been in charge.
Credit to Notts County today for one of the most embarrassing football
come
performances
on.
I've seen in 75% possession. Barely tried to create anything other than gift us 2 goals and give the ball away dozens of times. Shocking.
Oh, come on. Let's give them a break.
Piling on, man. Football fans are very mean when they're losing.
I mean, I get it, because I see how football fans are. Like, they'll turn on their team in a second, but they'll definitely turn on somebody like, when something like
when
that's
they're winning,
happening.
they love them to death. When they're losing, they just want to yell. They
Yeah.
got to get their frustration out somewhere.
As a management team, we found that big moments within games kind of haven't gone our way. We've had a lot of niggles and injuries. It's kind of been out of our hands.
I will say this. I am glad that this is not the way Wrexham's season's going, and it's the other way around
Thank
for Notts.
goodness. Or let's not speak too soon. Don't want to drink up.
I'm rooting for Notts to do well and stay in the league, but
We're at certain stages since we come in.
Things in football can change really quickly, and we went from we
Aw.
were up there challenging for the top end of the league, and now we're mid-table. But as quick as that changed, it could go back the other way.
That's right.
Back to his goalkeeper. Oh, it's come off the post. Could be a simple tap in, and it is.
Oh.
Won't come much easier than a tap in like this.
We had really high hopes for this season, but it just shows the highs and lows of football and how quickly it can turn around. It sounds cliche, but we'll take each game as it comes. The game must go on.
Football is temporary. One week you're in great form, the next you're in the doldrums. So the new Goliath in this league for us is Stockport County. And those of you with a long memory will remember they're actually a bit of an old Goliath for us because they are the team that picked us to the title in the 2021-22 season.
This Wrexham season is over.
Old foes resurface.
Yeah, but a lot of things have changed at Wrexham since then.
So now both teams are fighting for top spot in League Two, and it's turning into a bit of a doozy of a battle.
Malafi 101 and scores a magnificent goal.
We went to Edgeley Park early in the season and were well beaten by them.
Malafi with a header. Malafi
wasn't that the 5-0 game?
Yeah.
scores the hat-trick. Did not see this coming. No, let's be frank.
Nope, not at all.
5-0 to Stockport. Wow.
Ever since that, Stockport County have been on a bit of a tear.
Oh, and he scored, sends the keeper the wrong way. It's 7 goals in 7 games for Louis Barry.
It's Bailey who goes for goal to Stunner. And the winning run is set to continue.
There it is. County have got the 3 points, 9 wins in a row.
Every time I see a player do that knee slide thing, I'm like, oh, my knees, my knees. I'm not intentionally going to my knees. That's not happening.
Oh, County stay top of the table. He checks one way, then the other, on his left foot, and it's made it 2-0. County have got the 3 points tonight. And it's Dave's dozen. 12 in a row for Stockport County.
So we have a very important event approaching. Arthur Massey, who is believed to be our oldest fan, is turning 100. We have a special surprise where we will invite Arthur onto the pitch, present him with a jersey, and more importantly, he will receive a standing ovation from our home crowd for a full 100 seconds.
Aww.
Because of our busy schedules, we're sending Rob a few weeks early to give our thanks to Arthur.
It's a nice neighborhood.
And hopefully, he doesn't blow the secret.
Hello, my darling. How are you? Oh, so good to see you. Lovely to see you.
Nice to meet you,
Lovely to meet you. Thank you for having us at your home.
His wife is still alive? They're keeping each other alive. That's great.
We got to move to Wrexham and start drinking that water over there, Amanda. Cup of tea every day. That'll do it.
It's good looking. You should look on your phone.
Yes, thank you.
Aww.
How are you? Oh, how you doing?
Nice to see you.
It's so nice to see you. I wanted to make sure I came by and said hello.
I don't think he knew Rob was coming. You could tell by the look on his face. He was like...
They have to be mic'd up.
Well, I mean, I think he's still in the moment of, oh my gosh, you know? There could be a boom mic if they're surprising him.
Thank you. And happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Wow, that's very kind. Thank you.
You did
brilliant.
Thank you. Well, so did you. You lived almost 100 years.
I know.
I'd say you're doing
Yes.
something right.
Yeah.
Whatever you're doing, I want to do more of.
It's the brandy. It's the brandy.
The brandy.
Brandy.
Oh,
Now we know.
How long have you lived in this house?
In the 74.
Wow.
Wow.
I lived very much. I lived in a house like this. This is how
Yeah.
I grew up in a. I
Yeah.
don't know if you saw it.
On the documentary, you
Yeah.
showed your son round.
Yeah, but we shared a bathroom.
Yes.
There was 5 of us.
Yeah, that's
in
right.
there. And you know, as you get older, the house looks so much
Yeah.
smaller. But I remember it being
Yeah.
so large.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it was hard to go back because it wasn't in good shape. The
No.
person that was living there was not in good shape, and he felt a little bit embarrassed. And you know, the truth is that we, I get a little emotional thinking about it because I just remember love in the house. That's all I remember is just
And that's
being-
all that's important.
Yeah.
Dad's seen lots of changes. It was, I think what those eyes have seen.
You know what they could have done? They're always shooting at their house anyway. Crew could have been there, set up with mics and all that stuff, and then Rob
True.
shows up and surprises them. You know.
In over 100 years.
It must be a very difficult part of living 100 years is having to say goodbye to so many people.
Yeah,
most of our friends have gone.
That's life.
Yeah.
You have to accept what it is.
Gee, Rob, it's a little Debbie Downer, no?
Well, I'm guessing they probably brought it up. I don't think he came. I don't think.
I would hope not,
No,
because
I
my
would-
God. You almost made it to 100.
Yeah.
But all your friends are dead.
Yeah, I hope it was some creative editing that did not do that.
Yeah.
Not what you wanted to be. You know what you wanted to be, but never like that, is it?
Aww.
Happy birthday, Arthur. Happy birthday. You're 100 years old.
When people ask us, they say, why Wrexham? Well, the answer could very well just be Arthur Massey.
Yes.
What a treat we have here today. Our oldest fan, Arthur Massey, will be honoured here at the Stoke Kairas with 100 seconds of applause.
Happy birthday.
1 second for each year of his remarkable life.
Oh, he's on the
They put him on the program.
That's so cool.
I'm tearing up over here. This is so the right thing to do, and why we love Rob and Ryan so much because they.
And why we love Wrexham.
Yeah, this is such a beautiful thing.
What's his name?
Oh, the little preemie.
Oh, lovely. Oh.
Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you.
Young sir.
Young sir. Oh. No, 100 seconds is a long little
Yeah, it's like almost 2 minutes.
I can't do it for 100 seconds. Oh, that's so nice.
Is the team? I wonder if the team's out there also. I think that would have been a good touch. God, how much does he look like Granddad? Right?
Everything about his life is just, it just looks
wow,
great. Oh, nice. He got to meet the king when he came to Wrexham.
Oh, that's awesome.
Humphrey Kerr's the executive producer of this now.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I do not want to see any kind of story about him.
Right.
We're longer being with us.
Right.
I don't want to see that ever.
To at least 10 more, Arthur.
This was a great episode. I swear that we've there's been a few Wrexham episodes that we kind of were slow, but this one, man, we had a football storyline. We had the story about the young baby being born with his mom at risk. We had Arthur's story.
We had Rob on
Deadpool. We had the temporary cop. This had a lot in it.
We had Arthur becoming
Van Damme. They squeezed a whole lot into this one. This was a lot of fun. I hope.
And Notts County, which I'm
the
rooting.
Notts County
Come on,
story.
Notts County.
Yeah.
Stick it in there.
I do not want to see them get relegated.
I do not want to see that.
If you guys enjoyed this reaction, let us know. Hit that like button down below. It doesn't cost you anything. Lets us know that you guys enjoy these Wrexham reactions. Shout out to everybody who's been commenting on the videos and talking to us on Patreon and all that kind of stuff. Thank you for everybody who's been joining the Patreon to watch the uncovered up, blocked videos. Appreciate all of you.
Uncopyrighted.
Yeah, there's a lot of. It's hard this year to get past the copyright, so apologies for that. If you're not already subscribed to Touchy Reactions, hit that subscribe button down below. And then after you hit the subscribe button, hit that bell off to the side. It'll let you know anytime we drop new content over here on the channel. As I said, we also have a Patreon. If you don't want to see commercials from YouTube or you don't want to see the words on the screen that we have to put on there, come on over and join the Patreon.
And you'd like to hear the sound of silence because it really made a difference.
Yes. It's just $1 a month for a membership to get access to all the videos, and it helps support our channel and keep us going over here at Touchy Reactions. Shout out again to all of our patrons. Love you guys. And that is it for this video. Danielle, thank you for joining me once again.
Thanks for having me.
And for anybody who stuck around here to the very end of this video, we appreciate you stopping by.
Oops.
We appreciate you stopping by, and don't forget to come on back. If you enjoyed that video, the YouTube algorithm that knows everything else that you like says you'll enjoy this video right here. Come check it out.